Hello, welcome back. We are in our read through of the 1800s King James Pictorial Bible. We are in the book of Deuteronomy for one more day because today is the last chapter of Deuteronomy, chapter 34. So if you have a Bible, please grab it, read along with me, set your eyes on scripture. If you don't, listen along as we wrap up the book of Deuteronomy before launching into Joshua tomorrow, okay? Deuteronomy chapter 34. And Moses went up from the plains of Moab unto the mountain of Nebo to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And the Lord shewed him all the land of Gilead unto Dan, and all Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim, and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah unto the utmost sea, and the south, and the plain of the valley of Jericho, and the city of palm trees unto Zoar. And the Lord said unto him, This is the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not go over thither. So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab, according to the word of the Lord. And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, over against Beth Peor, but no man knoweth of his sepulchre unto this day. And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated. And the children of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days. So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended. And Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands upon him. And the children of Israel hearkened unto him, and did as the Lord commanded Moses. And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face, in all the signs and the wonders which the Lord sent him to do in the land of Egypt, the Pharaoh, and to all his servants, and to all his land. And in all that mighty hand, and in all that great terror which Moses shewed in the sight of all Israel. And that is the end of Moses' story. We have wrapped up Moses' life. We have been with Moses. He's basically been our protagonist for 4 books. It starts off in Exodus and then carries all the way through the end of Deuteronomy as our point person. And this is how his story ends. And if you're anything like me, it feels kind of sad that he, scripturally, as we just heard, there was not a prophet since him. There was not a prophet that came after him that was as great as him. Or that was like him, who he knew God face to face, and he was a vessel for incredible signs and wonders, and he didn't get to go into the promised land because of his disobedience. Again, I've made the caveat in many of these videos. Technically, he did go into the promised land on the Mount of Transfiguration. He is there with Jesus. So he did get to go eventually, but he died first. But yeah, it does feel a little anticlimactic that he did all this work, that he kept them alive, that he kept them going, that he kept God from wiping them out. He argued with God. It was like, please don't start over. Please, these people are the people that you committed to, so stick with them. And then he doesn't go into the promised land, which is kind of sad. But I think it shows that, I think today's passage shows that even in the midst of that kind of sad circumstance, it doesn't change what he accomplished through his life. It doesn't change that he was highly esteemed and was immensely valuable to God, and God loved him dearly and deeply. And just because he received a punishment doesn't mean that he was bad at all. He just messed up like we all do. Even the absolute best fall short. He was the greatest leader they ever had, and he messed up. But that's how Deuteronomy wraps up. We are done with the law. The law is finished. Now we're back into stories. I'm not saying that we're out of the woods for you'll never hear long passages of genealogies or repeating kind of rules and stuff, but we are out of the woods as far as the law is concerned. Joshua is going to get us into the promised land, and I love the book of Joshua. I think it's really interesting. There's really fascinating things that happen in this book on a miracle kind of level, and I think the character of Joshua is really intriguing. So, Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow to start our 6th book of the Bible, Joshua. And in the meantime, I pray that the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and give you peace. God bless.